Man, shout out to everybody in the chat, man. It's your dog Art, man, the great. We out here in fucking hot ass Minnesota right now. I got the fucking flies flying around this motherfucker. Man, anyways, look, check this out. Who the fuck is Shakur Stevenson fighting? This nigga doing every fucking interview in the world talking about all these high profile fighters, but he ain't fighting out one of them. Me and Shakur got the same fights lined up, which is zero, nigga. What's going on, bro? I'm just out here just doing a quick live. Just been busy as fuck, me getting to it. But yeah, man. Shakur Stevenson, I just got done watching this interview from him, and all I can say is like, my God, like, is this nigga trying to be a rapper or something? Because this nigga doing all this talking, but I don't see no fights lined up. And I want to hear that he ducking me shit. They ducking me shit. Cause nigga, there's niggas out here that want to fight you, bro. I actually don't think it's Freck. I don't think it's Freck either because that's too good to be true. It's too good to be true. And Bob Arum, the top rank, they don't give a fuck about social media like that. They don't care about social media opinions because they know their opinions can change within the next day. I feel like they're looking back and they sitting like, okay, how can we finesse him for a couple more fights? How can we put him in position to where he won't lose and we can get a couple W's? Might be fair or some shit. It was all Frank gonna take. Hold on, y'all. Keep on cooking in the comment section. Give me a second. Yeah, man. But yeah, I don't think he's gonna be fighting Frank Martin next either, man. It's too good to be true. That's something that we all want, but we already know he's not gonna do that. Man, hold on. See, Shakur fight Frank off ass performance would be a smart move too. It would be a smart move, but we already know that's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen because he could lose. And I know a lot of people like to say, "Oh man, it's impossible because if you see Shakur's skill set, he's just one of those ones. He's one of those ones, and all that shit, right?" But nigga, you still got to go through the fights. There's guys that's one of them ones that had an off night and they got whooped on by somebody that was less skilled than. That type of shit happens when you put the right opponent in there, especially if that opponent can punch. EJ did say they want Shakur though, so maybe it's true. The reason why I'm thinking, the reason why I'm thinking it could happen because Shakur can beat Frank Martin. And that is a good name to have on your resume so people can stop saying, oh man, this nigga ain't fight nobody. And we seen Valdez already got his ass whooped by Navarrete. Like, shit like that. Like, man, he needs a new scalp on his resume. And they're going to have to give him something like that, or he's just going to be playing the back burner for a couple years. And y'all can do the old Haney this, Haney's that. That's not gonna last for so long. You can only do that for so long, bro. It's not gonna last forever. I mean, it's not. because eventually Haney's gonna be in a position where he's fighting the Javante Davises of the world or Regis Prograis and the Teofimo Lopez of the world. And what's Shakur gonna have? Oh, I fought an unknown fucking contender because Devin ducked me. Nigga, Devin's at 140 now. So what are we talking about here? Devin's at 140 now. But EJ and them see something in Shakur that Frank can exploit. And you know what I wanted to talk about now that you're bringing up EJ? I want to talk about how these Bud fans talking about how because Errol Spence lost to Bud Crawford, that means anybody associated with Bud Crawford or learned from Bud Crawford is automatically winning they fights. They're basically Bud replicas, like Shakur Stevenson. Like, I get it, Shakur Stevenson is good, but that nigga is his own man. Bud is a totally different fighter, bro. Totally different fighter. So stop going on people's channels and social media acting like y'all niggas is boxing experts, saying that Shakur beats everybody because Bud beats Spence and y'all pick Bud to beat Spence. Like, that's some goofy ass shit. But I respect Bud. I respect Bud, and shout out to him. He did put on a great performance. Hell yeah. Shout out to him for sure. They asked EJ, do y'all want Tex next? Or I think he meant Tank next. EJ said, what's under Tank? They like Shakur. That's what they want. Haney handled business at 135 with Shakur, and Tank have been doing nothing. He's the one that does not need to prove himself further. Said chill. Errol was a hype job. No, he wasn't. If he's a hype job, then what the fuck that make Bud for being a hype job? That don't make no sense. Come on, bro. We're not finna take that away from both of them fighters. Both fighters are good fighters. Great fighters. Errol Spence one of the longest reigning welterweight champions. How do you duck somebody by sending them an offer? You know what that reminds me of? That always reminds me of the whole AJ versus Wilder situation. You remember when? Do y'all remember? Do y'all remember when motherfucking Eddie Hearn tried to offer Wilder a flat fee of like what 10 million, $12 million? And remember people were like, what the fuck? That shit should be 50-50. They both champions. You remember when we were all saying that shit? And then Wilder said, you know what? Fuck it. We'll take the flat fee. We'll take the fucking flat fee. Then what happened? Them niggas went ghost. That's what the fuck you're supposed to do in a situation like that. If you feel like you're being played, nigga, I'll take this shit. Okay, I'll take it. What's up? Now you gotta see me. And then you got Shakur who don't even agree with y'all because he's on tape saying, man, I ain't gonna lie. Devin not scared of me. He not scared to fight. He just, 135, it is hard for him to make. So I see why he going up to 140. Like, what the fuck? How can you say somebody duck you, offer you to fight, and then say the nigga's not scared of you because you know he's having troubles making the weight and he's going up to 140? That just doesn't make any sense to me. But it is what it is because I get it. Shakur seems like the more like, how can you say he's associated with Bud, and y'all feel like he's from Jersey and his pops wasn't in his life, so he's kind of like the thug type nigga. Like y'all can relate to that type of nigga more. You know what I'm saying? Like that's why y'all look at pictures of him looking at Devin in the ring instead of the guy actually winning the big accomplishment and defending his undisputed titles and making a lot of money doing so. Instead of y'all looking at that and say, damn. That's some good shit right there. Instead of y'all saying that, y'all looking at the nigga in the ring, looking at Devin, hating, like, oh man, I want to be, looking at him like, I want to be in the position that you're in. That type of look. That's what y'all fall in love with. Instead of looking at the guy saying, man, this guy just accomplished so much. What the fuck? And he's doing this at a young age. That's the motherfucking nigga right there. But it is what it is. I get it. So y'all look at Devin and say, oh, Devin, he got his pops in his life. You know what I'm saying? It's easier to say some sucker ass shit about them niggas because you already know them brothers is Muslim. They not gonna be out here trying to clap back and all that bullshit. They don't got time for that shit. But y'all are here saying, oh, look at these niggas trying to duck. Devin's trying to duck and fight Mickey D's worker. A nigga told me that earlier this morning. Said Devin's trying to fight a Mickey D worker. I'm like, this nigga just fought Lomachenko, Who the fuck did Shakur just fight? What are we talking about here? Man, like, dude, look at Bud Crawford. As soon as Bud Crawford leave Top Rank and fight on the PBC, this nigga is everywhere, bro. Every time I open up my phone to go on Facebook, I see Bud Crawford. I go on YouTube, Bud Crawford. Instagram, Bud Crawford. Interview after interview after interview. Nigga, my own analytics, my website for my fucking clothing brand, Art Man Apparel. Y'all shop me, artmanapparel.com. Best boxing merch in the fucking game. But yeah, Art Man Apparel, niggas is buying Bud merch. Nigga, after the fight, motherfuckers send me fucking $300 fucking dollars to draw fucking Bud, uh, two-time undisputed, and motherfucking send him a hoodie and a shirt with it. Like, come on, bro. Just like that. Niggas is spending money on Bud Crawford. They like Bud Crawford now because he's on the PBC. This nigga Shakur Stevenson is on the fucking slave plantation. I'm gonna keep it 1,000. I know niggas like to say, "Oh well, you get money. There's no way you can be a slave." No, nigga. When you're getting money and you put in a position where you can't even showcase your fucking talent, nigga, that's some fucking slave shit, nigga. That is some slave shit where you can't showcase your fucking talent against the best opposition. Nigga, your promoter talking about some, nah, I don't know if I want to offer that type of fight because that money, I don't know. You know, I don't know if I'm going to recoup. Nigga, your fucking promoter is telling Bud Crawford that he's losing so much money. Nigga, Al Heyman got motherfucking Bud Crawford on a one fight deal, I think. And nigga already made bands off that nigga, made millions off that nigga, I mean. Come on now. Pay-per-view success, sold out success. And then you got the old ass cracker talking about some, yeah, man, I could have bought a house in Malibu or some bullshit like that. Like, get the fuck out of here. And that's who Shakur signed with. But y'all hating on the nigga like Devin who can go, his pops, you know what I'm saying? Two black kings go in there and chop it up. You know what I'm saying? Use their mouthpiece, you know what I'm saying? Get a couple deal, get a quick deal out of there and get out. Get your money, get your belts, and get out. Type shit. Y'all hating on that shit. But y'all praising the nigga that's stuck on the contract. And we know he can definitely probably beat motherfucking Frank Martin. But he can't do it because his promoter don't want it to happen. His promoter may not think that. You know what I'm saying? That shit is fucking crazy. And y'all gotta speak on that shit for real. Say he needs money because he has two, three different managers. Facts. But man, I'm gonna chop it up with y'all. We definitely gonna do it later, probably tomorrow, most definitely. But shout out to you guys. artmanapparel.com.